Hello students, today we are going to see exothermic and endothermic reactions. So let's do one experiment. In the glass I have taken a water. Now let's see the temperature of the water. It is 22 degrees Celsius. Now I am going to add the sodium hydroxide in this one. If I add it and stir it well. Now see the temperature of the water. If you see the temperature, it is 48 degrees Celsius. So what happens here? The temperature of the water first it was 22 degrees Celsius. Now it is converted into 48 degrees Celsius. It means here the energy you hold, and that's why this reaction is called exothermic reaction. So how to remember this one? It is a simple idea to remember. Exo means out. Simple idea to remember. Exo means out. The reaction in which energy you hold, that is called a exothermic reaction. If the energy is involved, then it means the mixture, the temperature of the mixture will be increased. This is the second point. Third, you will find that these are the faster reactions than others. And I showed you the example. If you add the sodium hydroxide, then the temperature of the water is increased. Hello students. Now let's start with the endothermic reaction. Here we are going to do the one experiment. Here I have taken water in a glass. Now I am going to measure the temperature of the water. See, the temperature of water is 22 degrees Celsius here. Now, here I am going to add potassium nitrate. Now let's see the temperature of the mixture. See, the temperature of the mixture is 18 degrees Celsius. It means what happened? Here the temperature of the mixture is decreased, and that's why this reaction is called endothermic reaction. Here I am going to tell you the simple idea to remember. See the spelling of the endothermic. In this one, E-N-T-E-R, enter. It means the energy of this reaction is decreased. So we can make either define is the reaction in which the temperature of the mixture is decreased, that is called a endothermic reaction. Here these reactions are slower than exothermic reaction. Here the temperature of the mixture will be decreased, and I told you the example. Let's see the top questions which depends upon exothermic and endothermic reaction. Question number 1. When ammonium nitrate is added to the water, an endothermic reaction occurs, and what will happen? Point number 1, nothing will be changed. Point number 2, the temperature of the reaction mixture falls. The temperature rises, either heat is given out. Which is the correct answer? Take your time. Okay? Now let me tell you. If you add the ammonium nitrate in the water, the temperature will be decreased. Therefore, our answer, either option is B. The temperature of the reaction mixture will be fall. Now let's see the question number 2. Which of the following reaction is endothermic? Endothermic means what? You know it well. The first one, photosynthesis, then combustion, third, ethanoic acid plus sodium carbonate is the C option, and the D option is ammonium nitrate plus water. Now, which is the correct option? Yes, absolutely right. It is a combination. Combustion reaction. Now, let's see the third one. Where will be the products be in relation to the reactions in an endothermic energy diagram? This will be lower, higher, either the same level. In endothermic reaction, it is always in a higher position. So, the option number B is the correct option. Now see delta H. What is this delta H? It is the energy level. Is negative for what type of the reaction? Negative means heat is negative. For which type of the reaction? Is it exothermic or endothermic? Yes. Here the energy will evolve. Evolve means what? Out. So for the out, which word is correct? Exo. So therefore, in this one, the option number D is called an exothermic reaction. Is the correct option. Now let's see the question number 5. Delta H is positive for what type of the reaction? If the delta H is positive means what? Here the reaction's temperature will be decreased. Decreased, I told you that decrease means what? Enter. Enter means what? Endothermic reaction. And therefore, the option A is correct here. Let's see the top questions depends upon exothermic and endothermic reaction. Read the first question. In an exothermic reaction, I told you the idea to remember the exothermic reaction. In the exothermic spelling, enter is there. Enter means what? Energy decreases. So here you have to read the options carefully and find out the answers. Energy is absorbed from the surrounding and temperature increases. Energy is released to the surrounding and the temperature of the surrounding increases. Energy is absorbed from the surrounding and the temperature of the surrounding decreases. Energy is released to the surroundings and the temperature of the surrounding decreases. Now, which is the correct answer? Yes. Here, let me tell you the idea one. Energy in the exothermic reaction, the energy of the surrounding is always increases and that of the surrounding energy is released. So correct option is B. See the second question. It is, let's start the top questions which depends upon endothermic reaction and exothermic reaction. The first question, in an exothermic reaction, there are 4 options. You have to find out which is the correct option. Let me tell you the answer. The correct answer is B. Find out it by. Now let's see the second question. In an endothermic reaction. Endothermic reactions, the word enter comes. So it means the reaction of the temperature of the reaction will be decreased. Now you have to find out which is the correct answer. The correct answer for this one is C. Now the last question. When an exothermic reaction takes place, the reaction mixture gives out heat because the correct answer is A. Find why the A is correct answer. Hello students. Now let's see the rate of chemical reaction. The rate of chemical reaction is depend upon the 5 parts. The first part is the nature of reactant. Second is size of the particle. Third is concentration of the mixture. Then temperature. And the last one is a catalyst. These are the 5 points you have to remember. These are related to the rate of chemical reactions. Now let's see one by one. The first one is the nature of the reaction. Let's see the nature of the reactants. That the nature of the reactants always affect on the rate of chemical reaction. Here I am going to tell you one example. In this one I have taken the 5 test tubes. In 5 test tubes, in first one copper powder is there, in second iron, third zinc powder, in fourth aluminium, and fifth magnesium is there. Can you tell me which is more reactive, which will increase the rate of reaction? Yes. In this one, magnesium is more reactive than copper, ferrous, zinc and aluminium. Now I know that you have one question. Why the magnesium is more reactive than other elements? Now let me tell you the answer. See all the atomic numbers of these elements. Magnesium have atomic number 12. So its electronic configurations is 2, 8, 2. In the outermost shell, you will find that there are only 2 electrons. It means if the electrons are less in outermost shell, then that element is more reactive. And that's why here the magnesium is more reactive than other elements. Then compare these elements, copper and ferrous, which is more reactive, zinc and aluminium, which is more reactive, magnesium and aluminium, which is more reactive. See, magnesium has an atomic number 12, aluminium has 13. So in that one, 2, 8, 3. There are 3 electrons in outermost shell, and in magnesium there are 2 electrons in outermost shell. Therefore, magnesium is more reactive than aluminium. If you compare like this, then you will find that which is more reactive and which is less reactive. Now let's see the next point, size of the particle. Here, hello students, let's see the one experiment here. See this is the one bigger particle and these are the smaller particles. Here I am going to show you. Okay, now I am going to add it into water. See, it is dissolved easily, but if I pour it, it will remain as it is. So what will happen? If the size of the particle decreases, the rate of reaction increases. That point you have to remember. See this particle, its size is bigger and its size is smaller. So it means if the size of a particle is bigger, then the rate of reaction will be lesser. If the size of the particle is less, then the rate of reaction will be increased. Therefore, the rate of reaction is depend upon the size of particle. And this is the one example. HCl reacts slowly with the pieces of Shahabad. Slowly with the pieces of Shahabad, while it reacts faster with the powder of Shahabad. Let's see the third point, which is the concentration. Here, see that the concentration of the mixture either on the liquid always reacts on rate of chemical reaction. If the solution is dilute, then the rate of reaction is slower. But if you take the concentrated solution, then the rate of reaction is increased. Here it is one example. If you take the dilute HCl, it reacts slowly. But if you take the concentrated HCl, then it reacts fastly. It means the concentration is another point which reacts with the rate of chemical reaction. Let's see the next point. Next point is temperature. It is also one important point. If you increase the temperature, then the rate of reaction will be increased. Therefore, that in the lime, the example is the lime water does not run milky before heating the limestone. It means you have to give the heat, then it will turn as a milky. It means the temperature is also reacts on the rate of chemical reaction. Let's see the next point, the catalyst, which is the last point which depends on the rate of reaction. What do you mean catalyst? The particle, the substance which increase the rate of reaction. See the example, in potassium chlorate decomposes rapidly in presence of magnesium oxide. If you add the magnesium oxide, then the rate of reaction will be increased. It means the substance in whose presence the rate of chemical reaction changes without causing any chemical changes, it is called a catalyst. Catalyst is also a one point which is also increase the rate of chemical reaction. Let's see the last point is a catalyst. What do you mean catalyst? The catalyst is a substance in whose presence the rate of chemical reaction changes without any causing. Here we are going to see one example. Potassium chlorate decomposes rapidly in presence of magnesium oxide. Let's see the top questions which depends upon the rate of chemical reaction. Here is the first question. Write reason. In dilute HCl, pieces of Shahabad takes time to disappear. However, its powder disappears rapidly. So what is the reason for this one? So you have to write the points like this. The rate of chemical reaction is depend upon the size of the particle. Second point, if the particles are smaller, the rate of reaction is increased. That's why the pieces of Shahabad takes time to disappear. However, its powder disappear rapidly. Now let's see the second question. Which are the factors that affects on reaction? I know that you know it well. We have seen the nature of reactant. Second, catalyst. Third is the size of particle. Fourth, temperature. And the fifth is concentration. Thank you.